Welcome everyone to tonight's session, our advanced trainings. We had 3 sessions, I think. 2 sessions, 3, I don't know. My brain's not working. I think it was 2, today's the 3rd. So we are taking a look at the basics. Yeah, the September month is the basics, basic foundation for the advanced training. So this means that you can actually grasp the concept of, you know, what frequency is, what vibration is, how it looks like, you know, in a physical life, how you feel it, how do you sense it, why is it important, why do we want to look at it that way, and why do I want to know about frequency and vibration, right? If I can just press play on Healy and it works. So it's so you can actually understand your body. The way I see Healy is as a bridge. So Healy is an amazing tool, an amazing tool. And if you haven't noticed yet, it is a great tool in life. And if you don't know how to use it yet really well, these are the trainings to teach you how to go deeper. So for me, Healy, I use Healy majority of the time, not to, how do you say that, patch the issues, right? Patch the pain, patch the emotional thing, patch the digestion, patch, you know, the Western medicine approach. I like to actually use it in a different way. I'm quite a different person, I've been told many times. I think differently, and that's how I approached my healing of endometriosis, depression, anxiety, a lot of things. So, which I've healed, not only with Healy, but with frequency and energy. So, to me, what we're going to talk about today is important. So you can actually come back to your body. Our bodies are actually amazing tools, amazing, if you call it machines, I don't like to, but they're beautiful, 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 intelligent tools, and they know exactly what they're doing. Our mind is the one preventing our bodies to heal. Yeah, because we look at pain, we look at, you know, physical diseases as something's wrong with me. I need to fix me. Yeah. Our body is actually really intelligent. When we have a state of disease, and whoever doesn't know me, you can actually go to the first session when the recordings are out, and I shared my story. But and I've been in an immense amount of pain, yeah, and I understand how that is in the physical body. But until we actually understand that pain is just a message that our body's sending us, that we are out of balance, that something needs to be looked at, and it's literally screaming at us, hey, look at me, this needs to be addressed. So today we will be talking about how to harness our entire vibrational energy. And we're going to look at why that is important, and which is the source of everything, because without it we don't exist. Yeah, so this is something that science is now proving more and more, and everything is interconnected, you know, in the universe, meaning our universe as planets, our physical body, everything is electromagnetic. And we're going to look at that today. So before I go and share my screen, I have a video today to share, so bear with me. This is the first time I'm doing this way. Hopefully you can hear the sound. So let's try that. Today was a bit technical challenge today. But if I would love you to share with me, what do you feel or what do you think vibrational energy is? You can unmute yourself if you can, or raise your hand and I'll unmute you. You can write in the chat if you want to. But I really want to know, what do you feel and what do you think vibrational energy is? Okay, either you are really thinking deeply, or are you really, 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 riding slowly? But I'm kind of stranded here. It's not right or wrong, yeah? It's just, what do you think or feel? It's your perspective. There's no right and wrong. In my world, there's no right and wrong anyway. But I just really want to understand where you are and what do you think and feel vibrational energy is. Let me see if there's any no chats. Okay. So obviously you don't have a clue. Okay, so we'll look at that. I'll take it as that. Okay, so if you feel like something's not, resonating with you, please don't take it. Yeah, take only whatever resonates with you. This is my experience. This is my research of over 20 years. This is also my experimentation on my physical body that I've healed. 90% of it. Of course, I'm still on Earth. I'm still a human. There's still things to work on. But yeah, so this is my take on this. And please take it or leave it, whatever feels good for you. So, vibrational energy. So let's look at that. What is vibrational energy? Well, everything is vibrational energy. But vibrational energy we look at as a field. Yeah, it's like a field of frequencies, what we sometimes call as a bubble. Some people call it, how frequencies arrange themselves in a torus field, if you ever heard of it. Bioenergetic field, yeah. All those things it's vibrational energy. It's a field of frequencies that are kind of joining together, moving apart, connecting with each other, disconnecting. So all of that is a field that is within and around our bodies. It's also the field that connects us. So this is like a huge library, an information field that we communicate through. We're not only communicating through a body language or through words. Primarily, we are actually communicating through information field, which is a vibrational field. So we look at vibration, we looked at vibration and frequency, and it's like a language on its own. And it's also like a message. Yeah, every frequency is a message. So when you have a field of frequencies, there's a lot of information that it's actually in that field. It's like the ocean of frequencies. So we can tap into that field at any time we want. We just need to learn how to do it. And we're actually doing it every day when we go on Earth. Earth, it has its own information field, and we connect to that field because our bodies relax when we are on Earth, when we swim in the ocean. Yeah, because there's a reason for it. There's information coming into our body and going back to Earth. So there's a field of vibrational medicine that sometimes is called energy medicine that actually seeks to use the vibrational energy, the field of information, that's actually generated by our body and around our body to optimize our health. So this is what Healy is doing. Healy is actually tapping into that field in our body and around our body, into all that huge library of information. And it's using that information to send that message back to the body to say, come back, connect to this field. You can use this field and you can actually heal. Yeah. So we know, this is disclaimer, we all know that Healy, doesn't cure, doesn't heal, doesn't anything. Your body does. Yeah. So your body does the healing. It just needs the right information. So why vibrations are actually important? Well, everything vibrates. We've established that in the last 2 sessions. But the most important thing that I don't know if any of you know, but vibrations can actually alter the environment around us. So we can see that everywhere. So for example, seasons are actually a result of altering vibrations coming from the sun. Yeah, so it's a different magnetic field from the sun, so seasons change. There's also tidal patterns. Yeah, people say, yes, it's gravity. Lately, the new science is actually showing that electromagnetic field is the one that's influencing the tidal patterns. So the movement of water actually is caused by magnetic field and information. Vibrations also influence the physical body, and you can feel it every single day. For example, your heart rhythm is a vibration in the body, and it actually, without it, our physical body does not exist. So meaning it causes an effect in the physical environment. Breathing, our circadian rhythm is also a vibration that can alter our physical body. So if we don't breathe properly, we feel different in the physical body. And if we actually breathe deeper, well, we feel a bit more relaxed. So we have changes in the physical body. Also, vibrations affect our emotions and our thoughts. That's really important because a thought, as we've learned before, is the smallest particle in quantum field, meaning it influences. It's like a bridge between the field, reading the field of information, the vibrational energy, and our body. Yeah, so we can alter states, our states of being, our physical body matter with frequency and vibration. Frequency is just a specific tune, like you have the radio, right? Everything's vibrating on all frequencies, but when you tune in specific frequencies, you'll find different music. Yeah, so that's different information. It's the same is in your body. So specific frequency will, change the matter in one way, and the other frequency will change matter other way. So that's why frequencies are important, but vibration is the one doing the work. So vibrations also create magnetic field. So when we look at the frequency combined into the vibrational field, actually create a magnetic field. Let me just put this one on so you can see me. So why do we need magnetic field? Well, magnetic field is what we call an energetic boundary. So it creates a boundary around our body that actually tells anyone in this huge ocean that this is my space and this is your space. So we're like bubbles, yeah, in this huge ocean of information. And when those two bubbles come together, if we actually have a field of vibration that's coming from our heart, from our being, from our physical body, then these bubbles meet. I'm sorry, you can't see me. These bubbles meet and they exchange information. Yeah, so information starts passing. So that's how we can read people. That's how we can feel people's emotions. That's how we feel that, when somebody's lying to us. So all that is transferred through this magnetic field of information, which is vibrational energy. So I want to show you, hope this makes sense to you. So I want to show you a video. I'm just going to turn off my headphones and hopefully you can hear the video here. Bear with me.
Okay, can you hear me? Can somebody tell me if you can hear me without the headphones? Thumbs up? No? Okay. So let me try to play this and see if this works. Yeah, this should work. Oh no, it's not going to work. So let me just turn this off. Microphone. This one. No. Okay. Okay, bear with me. Let me find out how to do this. Okay. Can you hear me now? Let me see.
You think we...
Can you hear the video? I don't know if you can hear me. So,
humans, based on water and crystalline structures, are not sound vibration condensed into matter? Watch this.
John Stuart Reid of Keswick, England, is the co-inventor of a new instrument called the cymoscope. It converts sound into three-dimensional geometric images in water.
What's happening is the sound is actually compressing water molecules under the surface and actually creating a kind of lensing effect to allow light to bounce off those subsurface structures. So here you see that there's a pattern forming in the center. Here we have the beautiful song of a humpback whale. When we look at some of the other cymoscope images, we are seeing so many forms that resemble early life forms in the ocean.
The cymoscope may someday help us determine whether this is just a fascinating coincidence or new evolutionary biology.
Here's what I found.
Sorry, Siri. Let me just turn this one on. Okay. Can you hear me now? Let me just, this is
This one. And we'll do this one. Okay. So what does that mean? So I'm just going to go back so we can actually look at this. So if you ever heard of cymatics, it's literally transforming vibrational energy of sound or frequency into a physical matter. So what does this mean? It just means that everything around us is frequency, and any physical matter, be it, you know, animals or beings in the ocean, us on land, animals we see around us, plants we see around us, plants we eat, yeah? Everything is frequency and vibration. And based on the frequency we apply, we see the matter, yeah? So this might be a bit of a wide concept to grasp, but what I'm trying to say is we don't see physical matter. Although we can touch it, it's all frequency. And it's based on the frequency we vibrate on. And it's based on our electromagnetic field. So seismoscope is literally based on cymatics of literally figuring out different frequencies and what they do and how they show up in different forms on a physical level. And it's fascinating because a lot of primal forms of beings like amoebas and different animals that like bacteria, even starfish, and things like beings in the ocean, they're literally the same shape as the frequency that creates that shape. So meaning that little starfish in the ocean actually vibrates on that specific frequency. And we all have a specific frequency, which is like a fingerprint, yeah? And we can change that frequency within our body. And when we change the frequency, we change matter. So why is that important? Because if everything's frequency, that means we can shift anything that exists within us and around us. And we can create a different reality. We can transform our reality that we see. We can transform our organs. We can regenerate them. We can deplete them. Yeah, we can, what we call healing. Yeah, if we regenerate them, we heal. If we deplete them, we go in state of disease. Yeah, and that just means we are moving out of balance of where our natural frequency lies. And if we're going to high frequency, our physical body will change. And I've experienced that in my healing as well. So looking at that, let's look at how we can harness this vibrational energy and that magnetic field around us in order to help us move past or transform anything that we would like. So when we look at our vibrational frequency of a physical body, we actually recharge our field, our magnetic field, with a specific process. We get our magnetic field energy, our vibrational energy, from the sun. So the sun shines onto us and onto Earth. and creates a magnetic field atmosphere. We breathe that air and we breathe that frequency. We also accept the sunlight through our crown chakra, which is the top of our head. Our body naturally accepts the sunlight, and that light, that vibrational energy, that information moves through the body all the way, every cell of the body, and down into the roots, which is the crown chakra, which is the root chakra of the body, and back to the earth and up back into the atmosphere where it's purified by sun. So this is a cycle that we literally use every single day. That keeps us balanced, and that keeps us, our magnetic field, in balance and strong. So when our magnetic field is strong, we are healthy. And when our magnetic field is strong, we are emotionally strong. When our magnetic field is strong, we have more energy. So anything that's happening in our magnetic field, in our vibrational field of energy, is then reflected directly onto our physical life, onto our physical body. So if we don't get enough sun, that means we will actually need to use our own physical energy from the body. If we don't know how to ground, meaning discharging energy into the earth, we can't actually process the energy that comes through. So we will become anxious, can become anxious. If we actually hold stagnant emotions, stuck energy in the body, organs that are depleted, that have a different vibrational energy than what we are used to, the energy moving through the body from the sun and from the air through the breath that we breathe will be slowed down. That means that it will weaken our energetic field around us. So the most important thing, basically, in order for us to actually heal and thrive, is to keep our energetic field and our vibrational energy strong. The two things that are really important are sun and grounding. If you don't have enough sun, you don't get enough energy into your body. So you're processing the energy that you have within yourself. And that doesn't mean you have to be out in the sun for hours, right? It can be in the morning, it can be in the afternoon, but daily sunlight is important. If we don't actually physically ground, meaning soak your body into the ocean, lie on the grass. If you need to, if you don't have the time to actually lie for an hour or two on the grass completely, naked ideally, but if not, natural clothes like cotton and no synthetics, because there's no conductivity in that. It's really, or walk barefoot or swim in the ocean, whatever that is, to actually soak your body with negative ions from the earth. You can't discharge the energy that's moving through. What does that mean? So if you want to heal something that causes you pain, yeah, you need new energy to come in. With that energy, you move the stagnant energy through the body. You need to ground to discharge it, yeah, and then you recycle again. To speed up the process, in come Healy, yeah. So Healy actually speeds up the process of healing, but you need the foundation in order for Healy to speed up the process. Otherwise, it's the same as sunlight. So Healy actually charges your cell, it gives you energy. But if you don't discharge anything else that's moving through the body, you're gonna start feeling anxious. So that doesn't mean it's not working. It doesn't mean that it's not doing a job. It's actually doing a really great job. It's just we as humans are not used to understanding the process of how our body works. So this is the basics of our vibrational energy. And you could see that this picture here has different colors around it, yeah? It's because our energetic body, our vibrational field, is actually layered. It has different layers that have different meaning. And we're going to look at that in more in depth when we go into chakras, yeah? And we're going to look at that more deeply so you can understand the things that we're going to do in a scan. So why is this important? Because we need to take care of our energetic field, and we can take care of our energetic field to be healthy and on all levels. We can do that through visualization. We can do that with Healy, adding frequency. We can do that with music, specific frequency music. So 432 Hertz music is a heart music, and it actually balances our energetic field. Gratitude is a neutral emotion we talked about last week. Meditation, breath work, nature, sitting in nature, healthy eating, connecting with others, yeah, helping them, connect to yourself, to source, yeah, meditation, understanding, reflection, also stretching, yeah. So when we look at the body, there's three things here, yeah. When we look at the body in essence, what it is, it's a structural part of the body, there's an electrical part of the body, and there's a biochemical part of the body. So the structural part of the body is actually our fascia, our connective tissue. People think bones are bones are actually structure, but they're actually not. Bones don't touch, yeah? So fascia is the one that connects everything. And fascia has its own brain. Yeah, we're going to take a look at more what fascia does in the physical part of training coming, and how we can look at the physical healing as well, and why fascia is important in there, and why Healy is important there as well. So there's something that is quite important when we're healing. So bones are important because they move us around with the muscles around it. But fascia is the one that actually has 10 times more neurons than our brain, and it's electrical, and it actually holds the charge, meaning it can be stuck energy or releasing energy. So the second part of the body is electrical, yeah, which comes in fascia as well. Also our meridians, yeah, through Chinese medicine, this is the pathways of energy moving through the body. Our neurons are the messenger connecting and transferring the energy through our body, sending messages from brain to muscles and to bones and to glands and organs and things like that. Also, our field that is spiritual, which is the layers of our vibrational field, they contain information that we might not consider with our 3D brain, but they're important. There's important information that actually can help us on our journey of healing. There's also biochemical structure of the body, which contains bacteria and microbiome. Bacteria, we are literally physically, we could say that we are bacterial beings, because we can find bacteria and microbiome everywhere in our body and on our skin. We are literally walking bacterial people, and bacteria have their own they have their own intention. So they're in the body and around the body and on the body in order to, so this is my experience, yeah. I found that when I am in a certain frequency of a certain emotion, I can see in my body starts growing different bacteria. When I'm in a more of a contractive emotion, my body starts growing different other bacterias. So this is something that was also developed and proven by biomagnetism. So that bases everything on the electromagnetic field as well, and also connects our emotions and the frequency of emotion with bacteria that we're growing. So bacteria, as everything else, responds to the frequency and vibration we live in. And depending on what we think and how we feel and what state of being we are actually in, that's what we're going to grow. Those bacteria will actually grow when we shift our state of being and our awareness and our thought patterns and our emotions and moods and state of being into something more joyful, more happy. We will have a different bacteria. So that means that the same issues or the same bacteria, or the same microbiome that you had when you were sick or when you were in fear, it can't exist when you are in a state of happiness. State of happiness, I mean, you experience happiness 90% of time during the day. So frequency of how you feel during the day will determine the frequency and the state of being of who you are. So if you feel majority of time during the day that you're in fear, or that you're in shame or guilt, or you feel heavy, yeah, and then you have 3 moments of joyfulness and happiness and laughter, that doesn't mean you're on that frequency. That means that you are in frequency of fear, shame, guilt, but you have a bit of sunshine here and there. The goal is to shift your magnetic field and state of being into more happy, into more joy, into more peace, yeah? Every single day, majority of time of the day. That doesn't mean you're not going to feel fear, but fear will be, droplets throughout the day. That means you're going to start shifting your frequency. You're going to change the magnetic field around you. Okay, so what happens when we don't have our energetic field balanced? So this is Kirlian photography. So this was actually created based on gas discharge. So this photography, I don't know if you've heard of it, it's used to actually record our aura and the space around us. But it actually shows, and it was remarkable how it actually showed the differences of the frequency of state of being and our field around us when we are sick and when we are healthy. So meaning that we're healthy, our bubble around us is really, really even and strong and thick. Yeah, all the layers are really strong, meaning we have enough space around us. Yeah, and that means that other people's energy can't affect us. We actually live in our own bubble and we're observing the world. What happens when we are sick? There's breaks in aura, there's holes. That means that we can be influenced by other people's energies, and our immune system is also lowered. And this is due to unhealthy lifestyle and huge waste of psychic energy. So meaning that we attach to other people when we're thinking about them, when we're worrying about them, when we're worrying about situations, when we actually give too much to other people. Yeah, we can make holes in our energetic field. When we're healthy, we don't have to. We are in our own space, we have our own bubble, and we don't have to do anything else. When we're also sick, we can have uneven distribution. So something is wider, something's thinner. And this can be allergies, and also using your energy out of balance. Yeah. So this is something this is how it looks like. Yeah. And this is something that's real. Yeah. This is nothing that we are imagining. This is something that's been proven, that's been photographed, that people have been using to actually observe. So with Healy, we can actually harness this energy and bring things to balance, smooth our energetic vibrational field, and actually create our energetic boundaries. And we can also help our body heal, because when we have a closed field, our body feels safe and it can let go and start transforming and regenerating. Yeah, that's not going to be overnight. Yeah, because if we've been neglecting our body for a long time, our body will need to be in a positive state of being, in a balanced state of being for a longer period of time, and grounded so it can actually discharge for a longer period of time so it can heal. Yeah, hope that makes sense. Okay, so harnessing vibrational energy with Healy, there's different ways. We have the pink app, which is the charging your body, yeah, which is literally giving energy to yourself. It's like a battery. And then we have our blue app, which is our resonance, which literally sends messages into our field around us. Yeah, so changing information in the layers of the field around us that penetrate into our body and send messages to the cells to start regenerating. So there's just different ways of doing it. The best option is to combine both. So we want to either scan ourselves to see what's going on. We're going to apply the frequencies through the resonance. So we're going to send a message into our field because it's information field. We're going to just exchange the information. And then we're going to actually allow the body to integrate those frequencies. And then we're going to apply the pink app programs to actually recharge the cells to help body speed up the messages and the work that it needs to do. So that's how Healy works. So let's look at some programs that you can actually help yourself to build up and make your field stronger. Things that are actually influencing, well, strongly influencing your energetic field, your vibrational energy around you. So if you are actually not addressing them, you will not have enough energy to heal the body. You will have only enough energy to cope with the day, but not actually enough energy left for the body to heal. So stress is one of them. Microbiome is the other. And the structure, which is the fascia, the connective tissue to actually soften it, is the third one. The last one, I would say emotion. And the structure, which is the fascia and emotion, go together because it's normally the stuck emotional energy that was not processed in the body that actually influences our health. So when it comes to stress, I know probably a lot of you have been using pink app programs for stress. So gold cycles are my go-to, for example, which are really nice for balancing. So relax, balance, being, those are really nice. Local stimulation, this is my favorite. I used to suffer with anxiety and depression, and I'm really sensitive to energy. So I feel all that I've showed you, all the pictures. I feel everything when I go out among the people. And I also feel things within myself. So I need to kind of understand how to preserve my energy. And when I actually was sleeping, my sleep was not okay because I was processing things through the night and tossing and turning, dreaming, and I would not be sleeping properly, deeply, and regenerating throughout the night. So I was feeling and being bombarded with all this information, being sensitive throughout the day, as well as I wouldn't be regenerating through the night. So my favorite programs were literally local stimulation, number 8, which is what in the previous ones we called depression. We called anxiety, sorry. And number 6, which before we called insomnia. Insomnia, it's not only that you can't fall asleep, it's also uneven sleep. And it also works on your vagus nerve and also on your nervous system. So I have my number 6, my insomnia, every night before bed. It's a 20-minute program. If you haven't used it yet, I use the ear clips to actually apply it. And I sleep through the night without a problem. And my body started regenerating. And I actually got more energy and more energy and more energy. And my body started coming back to balance. Fitness, deep relaxation. So relaxing the muscles, because when we stress, we contract. Job sleep programs, exhaustion systematic, which is great, which is for adrenal glands and for fatigue. Extreme stress, which is exactly to relax the muscles and nervous system. Bed rest, which actually helps the adrenals. Fine flow, which is actually a grounding frequency. So if you actually looked at and did the fine flow program, it will show 0 hertz. It's actually 0.1 hertz. Yeah. This is a grounding frequency of the planet, of Earth. So it actually helps you to discharge whatever is going on in the body and whatever you've been applying and processing. If you can do the magnesium baths or go to the ocean or walk barefoot around the grass, or sand, even better. If you have grounding sheets at home, use them, yeah, because during the night your body starts processing and detoxing, and it discharges anything that doesn't work. So grounding sheets work for me really well. Bioenergetic harmony, defense is one of the first programs Healy actually, beside gold cycles, it was actually really studied, and it lowers inflammation in the body. So it's the blood cells start moving. There's more flow around the cells. There's more pressure around the cells, so they're not clumped together. So that means there's more oxygen in the body, so your body can actually focus on healing. Nerve harmony is also one of my favorites when you're under stress, because it actually balances out all the nerves in the body, and it also works on the entire system. So anything, if you don't know, anything that has cyst next to it, so exhaustion cyst, it's systematic, meaning that it's not targeting only a specific organ or specific meridian or a specific part of the body. It actually has different frequencies in the program that actually target the entire system of the body, meaning that your body has an opportunity to balance itself on all levels. So have all the gold cycles, for example, although they don't have the systematic next to it, they are in essence created as systematic programs because they literally influence the entire body. Microbiome, this is a big one, because bacteria, viruses, whatever that is, they have their own minds, yeah? And I've experienced that firsthand, my partner as well. And I can share that experience. When we actually started with Healy three years ago, after we did all the basic programs, we decided to go on a gut cleanse for a month and a half. And we did Healy programs with it. And I've actually created my own gut program systems to help heal my gut. And gut is something that, you know, with stress, it can go up and down. So it's something we need to maintain. But we actually went complete off sugar, starchy vegetables, grains, everything. Anything that would feed our bacteria normally. 3 weeks in, my partner actually had not only a memory, but a taste in his mouth for 3 hours while the bacteria and viruses were dying and parasites. He actually tasted a chocolate that he used to eat when he was little, like when he was 10, in his mouth. And you can't buy this chocolate here anywhere. So he tasted it for 3 hours. What does this mean? Bacteria and viruses and parasites in your body and in your gut, when they start dying, they actually send signals out into your brain, and your brain starts sending signals from the memories to your mouth to actually mimic the memory and taste of something these bacteria used to eat. So it's really interesting to observe the body when it heals. And he just needed to go through all these 3 hours to actually come onto the other side. But in that space, it just means that he actually experienced a vibration of those bacteria in his body. After that, he never had that later on at all, because those bacteria literally died. So we can help our body heal and transform by using frequency and helping our body balance our microbiome, because our microbiome, if we look at the gut, 75% of serotonin, which is our happy hormone, which is really beneficial for our health and our brain health and our heart health, and our overall health, is created in our gut, 75%. So if that's the case, who do you think creates serotonin? It's the bacteria. So we need to, it's like a mini zoo. I call it mini zoo, because then we can actually feed the right bacteria in our gut to actually have a better party than if we're feeding bacteria that create chaos. So we don't want the vandalistic bacteria coming in. We want the nice party people coming in. Yeah. So by doing that, we can actually eliminate certain foods, help our body to starve those bacteria, help ourselves with programs from Healy to actually move the process forward in a faster way. So I do have things in preparation for the gut programs. If anybody's interested in the future, I'll pop things together, I think probably beginning of next year. If you would like to have those, let me know. But bioenergetic harmony, defense, intestine harmony, bioenergetic harmony 2, gastrointestinal harmony, bacteria harmony, liver harmony, impurities, lung harmony, meridians 1. So all of these are targeted for the microbiome and the intestine harmonies. Lungs and kidneys are the organs that are the first detoxification organs of the body. So anything detoxing out of the body needs to come out of lungs and kidneys. And then your liver and spleen and pancreas, yeah? And then everything's dumped in your gut. So we need to support your body while it is detoxing. So one of the things that I do want to say, this here you see deep cycles. So I don't know whoever went on deep cycles already, and who has done them, but I would like to just let you know to be mindful when using deep cycles, because they are really deep. So they're really strong. Do not overdo it. I would encourage you to actually go step by step with the first application and moving forward, each program per day, and really prepare your body to detox, because with deep cycles, you will deeply detox. And I normally do a round of deep cycles twice a year to help my body while I'm having my gut detox, which I have it normally twice a year as well. So I combine those two together. The power of 3 is really good too for any parasites, bacteria harmony, immune system support, and that has its own protocol as well, and we're going to look at it in the future. Then tissues, yeah, so any connective tissues, we have different programs. If you don't have all of them, and if you don't have a professional, that's okay. You don't need to go and do this right now. When you're ready, you can upgrade, but if you don't have deep cycles, I would encourage you to get them. The power 3 as well, like bioenergetic harmony, bioenergetic 1 and 2, important. Like I use meridians all the time. So these are things that actually help your body move the energy, so you can actually help it thrive, yeah? Otherwise, it's hard. You need to kind of go out and eliminate yourself away from all the cities and things, so you can go on the island and be without any disturbances, so your body can heal, yeah? Otherwise, there's a balance in between. So tissues, fascia, we'll talk about it more on a physical level, but there's heaps of programs you can use. You can screenshot this if you want to. There'll be a recording for this as well. And then emotional, we talked about emotions before. So if you're starting truthful starts, resonance, literally scanning either aura, a coaching program, whatever you're working on, reflection, literally reflecting on situations, letting go, detachment, and literally physical exercises, stretches for fascia. So literally stretching the tissue so it releases the physical energy stuck in the body. Yeah, and that will help the energy that you're applying into the body move through it. Okay, so that's my spiel today. Hope you understand everything I said, because my brain is a bit weird today. But to leave you before we go into questions and aha moments for today, 2 practices. Yeah, the first one is movement. If you want to do stretching, if you want to do yoga, if you want to do just walking, whatever feels good for your body. If you want to target fascia, perfect. But movement and meditation together actually are a great pair. So if we move our body and we actually stretch our connective tissue, and that can be with different things, yeah, we move the energy out of the body. And when we meditate, we actually cleanse our vibrational field, because we focus on the centers, our breathing, that moves the energy through the body and cleanses it. If you're sitting on the earth while you're doing it, even better. If not, that's okay. If you sit on the grounding sheet, if you have it, great. If not, that's okay. Yeah. But if you can put this into your daily routine, even if it's 10 minutes of movement and 5 minutes of meditation, do something. And while you're meditating, put on resonance Healy, like scan yourself, put that for 6 minutes, vibrate into the field while you're meditating and focus on your breath. Something to focus on, just addition, to actually calm your nervous system. The breath technique that I like to use is literally 4-8 technique. So inhaling, so no holding, yeah, just inhaling naturally, counting to 4, and right away exhaling, counting to 8, and again inhaling for 4 and exhaling for 8. This technique has been proven to lower cortisol in the body and to actually balance your nervous system and calm it down. So if you're under stress, even if you do it, literally, it was proven, if you do it for 5 minutes, it has an effect. So you don't have to do it really hard or really for long. You can actually just make a small, beautiful self-care routine every day. Yeah. So if you can put that into your daily routine, stretching, movement, and meditation, that'll be great. Yeah. Another practice that you can also do, and I would encourage you, like I said, with Healy, is frequency. Applying frequencies on any level will speed up the process because we're now sending messages and your body is now responding. And while we're meditating and breathing, we're actually moving that energy through the body. So we are expanding it. So don't stress yourself too much. Focus on one thing. Choose either stress support, choose either microbiome support, or choose either structure support. So if you want to work on reducing your stress, if you feel anxious or tight or whatever, just focus on the feeling safe in the body. While you're meditating, you can actually put your hands on your heart and you can actually say to your body out loud, I feel safe in my body. I feel completely safe in my body. I'm protected, I'm supported. This actually helps your brain rewire. So while frequency is moving through the body, and you can just do resonance, right, for 6 minutes. But if you're actually telling that to yourself out loud and you're feeling it in the body, you're rewiring the brain because the frequency is helping you with that. If you're doing the microbiome, great. Do 1 to 2 programs a day to help your intestine, to help your microbiome, to help the bacteria harmony, whatever you want to do. Yeah. You can even go to the Healy-Analyzed search model, and you can literally search, gut support or intestine support, and you will come up with different programs, and you can actually save them into your schedule, and it will remind you every day to do that program. Yeah, so that's another option you can choose. If you do structure, just choose connective tissue. Yeah, so there's different things you can do. If you do have digital nutrition, which is in a professional edition, if you do have the digital nutrition, I would encourage you to look a bit closer into different programs because they have different vitamins, minerals that actually support your energy, your hormone levels, your cell harmonies. All of those vitamins and minerals are frequency-wise present in digital nutrition, and they actually send signals to the body. So your body becomes more open to absorbing them when you literally eat, food throughout the day. These are my 2 practices. Hope you take them on and you actually do some of them. And please let me know, like comment in the Facebook group, or let me know how you go if you actually tried any of the practices. I would really love to know your experience because I'm a person that likes to experience things and explore things and see how my body feels about it. And sometimes things are flop, sometimes things are, wow, I'm amazed. But that's how we learn, right? We need to try things to see what works for our body. And in my view, there's no right and wrong. It's only exploration. And the more we know what works, the more we can do that. So that's from me. I'm going to take a breath. And I would love to hear from you. I would love to hear if you have any questions. I would love to hear if you already knew all of this, if you've learned anything, if you're going to look at yourself differently, anything, or anything that you would like to share on today. And you can unmute yourself if you want to. That's also another option. Just going to stop sharing so I can see you. I do have a thank you slide, so you can. Let me just do this one. Okie dokie. Oh, let me see if there's anything in chats. It's amazing. I'm having internet problems, so we'll watch the replay. That's okay, Megan. That's not a problem. Love your explanation of grounding and sunning, and I look forward to hearing more about fascia. Perfect. I love that. Yes, I'm a grounding and shining person. I love the sun, and I love the sea, and I love the ocean. That's my favorite place. But I understand today is a glitching day. I had internet problems throughout the day as well. But any questions, anything that was not clear, anything that you want to add on, ask, you're more than welcome to. We still have time. I'm trying to be more organized to make it shorter for you so it's not too long, yeah, because I know our brain is like 30 minutes to 40 minutes max, and I don't want to overwhelm you. So I've run Cheng. Let's see. I've run Analyze 2 on my mum, and it's recommended Deep Cycle H for clean all. Okay. She's 88 years old. I've used it on her. I try to avoid more intense programs if the recommended is Deep Cycle. That's okay. So, Cheng, my suggestion is, so clean all with deep cycles means that there's probably not a lot of circulation in the body. Yeah, so when we actually sit a lot and we're not moving a lot, and when our metabolism is getting slower, which it is when we're aging, what happens is, and because okay, let me reframe that. So this is something that we're going to look at with fascia, but when fascia actually contracts in the body, our metabolism slows down, our circulation slows down. So that means that our lymphatic system and the movement of blood and toxins through the body is actually not proper. So that means that if it came up as a deep cycle clean all, it just means that the body is not moving out toxins as fast as it would like to. So in this case, what I would do is you can apply the clean all in that moment, but if the deep cycles are coming up regularly for her, then I would actually put her on, if it was just a resonance, it's fine. The warning, or not warning, awareness, let's try different. Awareness is when we are actually applying deep cycles with the bracelets. Yeah, because that actually goes directly into the cell. And what it does, it actually pulls out toxins. So if our body is not prepared, what can happen is we can actually go into what we call how do you call it, a healing episode, yeah, or it's a side effect when we have like headaches, or we can get like flu-like symptoms, you know, we get tired, things like that, right? So this is actually your body healing. Yeah, your body's trying to get rid of things that are not working for it. And if deep cycles are coming up for your mom, I would actually put her on deep cycles on a low percentage on a pink hat, and do literally, if the deep cycles H are coming up, just start at the first one at the top and then follow down all the deep cycle H, and one program a day, and don't do more than 40%. So start her at, I don't know, it's 15, 20, and then don't do more than 40%, and just get her through. Probably in a month you're gonna get her through, and she's gonna start detoxing, because that means the toxins will start getting out. Drink plenty of water full of minerals. Yeah, so water is not what hydrates you, minerals are what hydrates you. So if you drink water and you don't have enough minerals in the water, when you're drinking through the body, the water will actually bind on the minerals that you already have in the body. So with frequency, we need to hydrate with water high in minerals. Yeah, just letting you know. She uses the strap, not vibration. It's true. She sits all day. Yes. So if she uses the strap, then I would pop her on the whole deep cycle H. Start at the top, as I said. Drink plenty. Let her drink plenty of water if she can. Yeah. If you can put a bit of lemon juice in there, even better. If you can put a bit of salt in there, even better. If you have, if you know what Irish moss is, or diatomaceous, it doesn't matter. So just put a bit of water, salt and lemon. That could work as well, because I know it's harder with elderly people to introduce certain new things. But if you pop her, 30 is okay. I'll follow through. Yes, 30% is perfectly fine. If she doesn't feel any sensations, and if she doesn't feel too tired afterwards, that's perfectly fine. As long as the current is running, just don't go over 40%, because if you're running more than 2 programs a day, even if it's one, if people are too sensitive, you're actually charging the body with a lot of energy. So we don't want to overcharge until the body can discharge. Yeah. So if she has a bath at home, I would actually make her an Epsom salt bath, so she can actually discharge whatever she's processing and cleans it out. So that's one of the things that I would do. But yeah, deep cycles normally come up. I've been using 55 on her. I would recommend lowering it, because when we do it long term, remember, we need to think about it. So frequency, let's look at that, right? So let's look at percentages. What does it mean? So it means the intensity of the amount of energy you're actually putting in the body. So imagine a waterfall. So if there's more intensity, there'll be more water falling down the fall. Yeah. So if you're standing under that fall, how do you think it's going to feel having that really strong current falling on your body? So we might not feel it, but our cells do. So we need to understand that less is more. So less percentages for a longer period of time will help, and breaks in between. So always use Healy. If you're using it every day, 1 day break. So if you're using it from Monday to Saturday, Sunday break, no frequencies. So you need to give your body time to integrate that information, integrate those frequencies. And if you're doing Epsom salt baths in between, doing ocean swims or grounding or whatever you're doing, sunning, that will help the body process. Yeah, because otherwise we're not healing. Otherwise we're just bombarding the body with frequencies and yelling at it like change, right? So our body needs time to adjust. I should get a discharge mat too. I encourage you. Like, I have 2 grounding sheets, one on a couch downstairs and one in my bedroom, and I love it. Like, I'm really sensitive, but this is my happy place. Like, I have my Healy, and I found it that when I'm actually grounding, I have more effect on my body. Like, I can tell you, I asked if she can feel the microcurrent in her body, and she said nothing. I'm too sure if that's okay. She doesn't need to feel it, yeah, but her body will feel it. So she might not recognize it in her mind. So there's another thing. Even if she doesn't recognize it, it doesn't really matter. So there's another thing that happens when we apply frequencies. So fascia is the electromagnetic current. It's the transfer of information in the body. So when fascia is torqued or squeezed and contracted, there's no information flowing through the body. So when I, for example, used to teach energy, right? And I said to people, try to feel energy between the hands. People that actually were flexible could feel energy more. And people that were not, like the fascia was really tight and they were anxious, they couldn't feel anything. And then we did a few exercises, and then all of a sudden they started feeling things, because the energy started moving through the body. So we need to understand that our body, if it's contracted and it's not hydrated properly, it's not going to transfer the information of the frequency through the body. So we really need to think about that. So if people don't feel it, it's okay. eventually the information will go and move through it. Yeah, but smaller intensity, longer period of time. So going back to that, for better biome, should cut down sugar. Definitely. Carbs and sugar are the killers of everything. Your liver, your nervous system, your gut. Yeah. So when people say, I said to Nish the other day when we had a chat, when people think, you know, I have candida in my gut, yeah, and you know they want to get rid of it, yeah, but candida is a bacteria that's actually naturally present in our gut, but it's in a small amount. So our body will adjust to the environment we create for it, and it will always want to protect us. So if I eat too much toxic food and have too much toxic relationships, and I think toxic emotions, meaning contractive, fear, shame, guilt, all of that, right? Drama. What happens is it creates toxicity in the body. Who do you think, or what do you think can actually digest those toxins? Candida. Candida is the only bacteria in your body that can actually digest toxins. So if your body is eating all these toxins and other bacteria can't digest it, well, but Candida needs to grow in order to protect you. So we need to understand that our body always wants to protect us. And we need to figure out how to bring it back to balance and how to help it. So we need to cultivate a different way of thinking. Yeah? So that's one thing. And also your programs that you're going to run. I have a 2-hour program that's a specialized program that I got from a time waiver practitioner. It's a 2-hour program. For the first month, it was running for 2 hours. And I was doing a whole month, a month and a half now, almost 2 months now. In a month and a half in, I'm already on an hour and a half. For the last week and so, I'm only on 45 minutes. So the program that's 2 hours long actually cuts earlier and finish earlier because it has a quantum sensor in it. And it will only send the frequency to my body that my body still needs. And it will only run so far until my body says, I have 95% full of these frequencies, I have enough. And it will turn off. So if your programs, for example, Gold Cycle that are 50 minutes, end at 30 minutes, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Your body just doesn't need it anymore. Yeah, it only needs 30 minutes of it. And that's why I love Healy, because it's really smart. It actually helps us determine exactly what our body needs. So deep cycle, slow, step by step, yeah. Do the practices, grounding, sun. We need discharge, we need charge. Heelys, please do some stretching, movement, breathing, meditation. Help your body, yeah. Don't just throw things at it, yeah. Love it, take care of it, yeah, because it's the only body you have here. It's the only home. Okay, any other questions? Otherwise I will, oh, it's 8:15 already. We had really long. Okay, that's about it for tonight. Thank you for coming. If there's any questions, please pop them in the Facebook group under the post for the training. Please, you can always message me if you need to, yeah, but otherwise it's good to post in the group because then other people can benefit as well, yeah. Next week we are doing intention, yeah, so join me in setting intentions and how to set intentions, so we can start diving deep into our resonance programs of coaching and aura and everything else, so you can go and explore on different levels. Thank you for coming. Thank you for being with me tonight. Thank you, and I will be seeing you next week.